Hello and welcome to Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends. I am Colred. Thank you for joining me. We've got an exciting shard pull video for you today. The portal is orange, but it is not a 2-time Sacred Shard event. Instead, there is a summon rush going on, and we need to complete that summon rush to succeed in the Trunkheart fusion event. So I'm going to take you over to the fusion calendar, and you'll see what I mean. Here is the fusion event calendar for Trunkheart. We are in Friday, August 4th, so we are just starting the summon rush down here. And you can see we have a couple of days to complete this if we wanted to, but I typically like to do summon rushes and champion chases on the first day if I can. And one of the reasons why is there's an opportunity potentially to pull Firegun Isbell, who is the epic fusion champion. And if I do pull her, having that knowledge earlier is going to help me plan better for the rest of this fusion event calendar. Now let's go ahead and talk about what it takes to complete a summon rush event. All right, so here in your events tab, your events folder, your events area, well, I don't even know where I am right now. I feel like I'm floating in the void. Over here on your events page, that's better. You can click on summon rush, and this is the event we're going to do. And this is going to give you an idea of how many points we need. So we need 3,000 points to collect the champion fragments to stay in the hunt for Trunkheart. Now you'll see this, there is a third row of rewards here. It is a very juicy row of rewards. So if you have a bunch of extra shards or you're willing to spend some money to get some extra shards, you could go after this row of rewards. I typically don't worry about them. I kind of act like they don't exist because I am a free-to-play player and I don't want to waste resources. The most important thing is I need these fragments. Without these fragments, I can't continue the Trunkheart fusion event, and that's a champion that I have set my sights on. So I'm just trying to get 3,000 points. Now, if you scroll all the way to the bottom here, you can see where those points come from. In a summon rush, you only get points by opening shards, so you must use shards. You get 500 points for a sacred shard, 120 for a void, 20 for an ancient, and 1 for a mystery shard. I will be pulling only sacred shards and mystery shards for this summon rush. Now, normally I would consider using ancient shards. However, a week from today, next Friday, there will be a 2x ancient shard event, and that will coincide with a champion chase event. And so I'm going to want to save all of my ancient shards for next week. So I'm typically, considering using ancient shards, but not in this particular summon rush. So what I'm planning to do is pull 5 sacred shards, and we'll see where we stand. I may pull a 6th because I have enough, or I could pull 5 and then do 500 mystery shards. Now, pulling 500 mystery shards isn't a lot of fun, and I'm not looking forward to it, but it would give me plenty of food to help me finish my champion training tournament that is going on right now. So those are my 2 options. All right, let's talk about the champions that are available for the glow. We've got a glow going on right now, and that glow is telling us that there is a 10-time event going on. And so we have some champions here who have better than normal drop rates. Right now, the ones you can see over here from Ancient Shards and Sacred Shards, I'm only going to be pulling Sacred Shards, are Trunda, Mashalad, and Walking Tomb Drang. And then the 3 epics are Royal Guard, Husk, and Geomancer. These are 6 fantastic champions. Royal Guard and Husk are excellent Hydra clan boss damage dealers. Geomancer is maybe the best epic in the entire game. He is an amazing champion that works in a lot of places, and he can boost the damage of teams and also do some other things with utility. In terms of the legendaries, Trunda is still a top-tier arena nuker. Mashalad is sort of a combination of nuker and debuffer, can be used in the arena. And Walking Tomb Drang is actually a really good HP burn champion that can even solo some high-level content. So 6 excellent champions here. I don't care about the voids. I know that Acrizia is over there. I'm not looking at her. I don't want to see her. She's hiding behind me. You can't see her right now. Okay, so there she is. She's peeking out. She doesn't exist. She doesn't exist because I'm not pulling void shards. And I'm all set on my Inquisitor Shamil. I have 3 or 4 copies of him right now, so I'm okay with that. So what would help me the most? Mashalad and Geomancer are the only champions I don't own on this list. I've been looking for a Geomancer for a very long time. That would be a huge win for me, even if I don't pull a legendary. If I pull a legendary and get Mashalad, that would also be excellent. That would help me out in live arena, especially if I get a chance to build him out. Otherwise, I'm still looking for my Duchess Lilitu, and that would be a massive win. One of the best champions in all of Raid Shadow Legends. So any of those would be fantastic, but any non-dupe legendary would be really good. And, that's usually what I'm hoping for when I'm not doing a 2x event, because my rates are a little bit lower here. So any kind of win is something that I'm going to take as a bonus. Remember, I'm not doing this in order to get more legendaries or great champions. What I'm doing is I'm using this as a guaranteed champion event, right? I'm completing the Emic Trunkheart fusion by going after this summon rush. So that's really the goal. Everything else is great. All right, so that's it. We're either going to pull 5 shards here, or if we totally miss on 5 shards, I'll probably YOLO a 6th shard. I don't normally do that very often, but you can see I have a healthy shard pool here. If you're wondering how I get so many sacred shards while I'm a free-to-play player, it's almost entirely due to clan boss. I've just had a little bit more luck with the clan boss drops in the last week, so this number has been climbing. But remember, you can also complete Doom Tower. There are also missions out there, progress missions that you can get shards from. So maximize all of your sources of shards and make sure you're doing your clan boss every day in order to get these sacred shards. Okay, I have enough room for my 6 shards, so I'm going to just start pulling right now, and let's hope for something good. All right, number 1. Let's open with a winner. An epic. Dur. I actually kind of like Dur, but I already have one at 5 stars and built out. I don't need another one, so that's going to be some food. How about Geo? No, not Geo. It's Kalia. I actually don't know this champion very well. I could look at her kit. HP burn, heals. She's Aether's duo. Okay, so she's been around a long time. I've just probably never built her, and it's probably because, maybe she's not that strong and there's not that many reasons to build her. So I feel like I'm pretty much all set here. Thanks, Callie. All right, what's this, number 4? Zalota. He's actually not a bad champion. I kind of like Zalota. I have built one out to 5 stars for the Undead Horde's Crypt, but then I think I sidelined him anyway, so he is kind of interesting. He's got an interesting kit. He has a chance of sleep here. He's got a shield on all allies and continuous heals. And then this A3 has a 75% chance of placing a sleep debuff for 1 turn and has a 100% chance against enemies under a debuff. So this can be an AoE CC, which is not bad. Yeah. No great champions there. So I'm still hoping for a Geomancer. That would be a huge win. Or a Duchess. How about a Duchess? How about you just give me a Duchess, Raid? Oh my God, you're giving me a champion I could have fused. Okay, so that's awful. Just I'm sad. I'm sad. Let's keep going. Come on, let me see some gold. Or a Geo. How about a Geo? How about a Geo? Sargala. Not a bad champion. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna YOLO this 6th shard. Because I feel like I should be rewarded with something more than just summon rush points. I'm gonna hope for a good pull on this last shard. Let's see what happens. Come on, fingers crossed. Let's get something. Geo? No. Okay, Phoenix or Phoenix, depending on how you like to pronounce it. He actually is a very good epic, but I really don't feel like talking about epics right now. The only epic I wanted to talk about was Geo. I did not get a Geo, and that's okay. I have to, just sort of let it go. I know it still hurts right now. It still hurts a little bit, but I have to let it go and remember that these shards were invested in an excellent legendary. There is a legendary at the end of this rainbow, and that is Emic Trunkheart. So, I'm just going to go look at him for a second and remind myself that this is what I'm actually looking for. One of the coolest looking champs in all of Raid Shadow Legends, I think, with this shield. At least it's the coolest looking shield in Raid Shadow Legends. In fact, I don't even need to look at Emic. I can just look at this shield. I want this shield. This shield is so cool. That's an awesome shield. But he's also a great champion. I know that the community currently is sort of split, in terms of their opinion on Emic. We all thought he was going to be amazing. And then some people have been, experimenting with him and finding out that he's a little bit trickier to use than we expected. I still think he's going to be a great progression champion for like mid-game accounts. I think he's going to be very powerful. And I think he can work in an unkillable clan boss team. So I'm still pretty excited about this champion. I'm definitely going for him. Void legendaries don't come around that often. And just because he's not perfect doesn't mean he's not valuable. So that's what I have to remind myself. That's where my shards were going. And now I can go over here to the events and I can, in a very satisfied way, click all my rewards. And by the way, you shouldn't do that with the energies if you are not maxed out. So you don't want to necessarily go above your maximum. You still want to get the passive energy you can. But as you can see, I'm floating over 3,000 energy right now, so I'm nowhere close to zero. Okay, so that is it. I have a I have a clan member here who I did get Lannis from the Sacred. So somebody in my clan at least pulled a legendary, and Lanicus is a pretty cool ally attack legendary. So congrats, Yosef. I'm glad that you got something, buddy. And you know, I'm moving on already. We're going to be focused on this Emic Trunkheart fusion all week and into next week. So I'm going to continue to put out guides about the fusion events and tournaments. So if you're looking for that kind of content, definitely subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Otherwise, you know, if you liked this video, even if you just liked watching me writhe in pain, go ahead and like it. I know that is one of the things that happens from, you know, shard pull videos. You actually know maybe from the thumbnail or the title of the video before I do what's likely to happen. And today, nothing exciting happened, but it was still a fun video to make, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me. I've been Colred. I will see you in another video soon.